come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. He was born to run the fast break. It's Jay Williams.
Dishing the ball left, dishing the ball right, making the right play at the right time, because that's what guards from Plainfield, New Jersey do. Let's see what they do on the court this evening.
It's time to hoop it up. We are ready to go. And away we go. Doesn't have the touch. No good. To Walker. George. Fires the three. His first effort off the mark. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
For the Raptors right now, it's twofold. Not just winning with Kawhi, but trying to keep Kawhi.
I think Toronto has to look at this as a one-year lease. You have to get as much out of Kawhi as you can. The goal is to win a championship, and the goal is to win one now.
Number 13, Paul George.
Kawhi Leonard against George. Can't connect from in close. Walker. That pass taken away by Toronto. To Lowry. Joel Embiid sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Curry with the basketball. They lead it. 4-point game. From long range. Can't connect. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. The drive, right to the basket. Joel Embiid, able to recover with the block. It's PG for two. The shot, almost. Leonard, great dish to set it up. Count the basket at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Paul George to Curry. 4-3. And Stephen Curry, the fastest release in the NBA, hits the three. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws a defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. In just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to exploit.
Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
To Danny Green. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Walker into the front court. His team on top by 8. Easy path to the rim.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
To Lowry. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Time to shuffle things up.
Toronto. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Joel Giannis Antetokounmpo with a piece. Couldn't keep it in. Last touch by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Mike Budenholzer seen enough from this group. Here comes some changes. Leonard. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Jokic to Kemba Walker. Gets it in the left corner. Westbrook. That's off the side of the rim. No good. To Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Looking good. 4 for 5.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand. Check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game. Not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Leonard to Van Vliet. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Chris Middleton with the slam.
This comes down to great execution both on the offensive and defensive end of the floor. Let's see if they can carry this into the second quarter.
Toronto with the basketball. Here's Leonard for 2. Jokic is there for the rebound. Giannis in control of the basketball. Lead stands at 10. Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's now 5 in a row without a single miss.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Now the Raptors going to use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play.
Space is limited, so you must act soon. Visit our team website for more details.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 33, Marc Gasol. And number 23.
Shot from the lane won't go to Antetokounmpo. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Oh, emphatic slam. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They look lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Oh, Russell Westbrook. Missed his first. That one goes. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Gasol. Those shots today have been few and far between in what has been an uneasy first quarter.
And Ed, sometimes that's all you need. Just get 1 or 2 to fall. Find the rhythm, find the rhyme. You got plenty of time.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and 1.
Giannis Antetokounmpo trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 74% free throw shooter.
Keep working him out, boy. He can't guard you.
Lowry has the basketball. To Gasol. And stuffs it home.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ball game.
Fires the 3. Cleared by Ibaka. Giannis Antetokounmpo pins it. 4th this contest.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Oh, Russell Westbrook. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Gasol. Short jumper won't go down. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Unable to connect on the free throw. Stuffs it down with authority.
That's nice, boy. That's nice.
Late heave to beat the buzzer. So we are through one in what has been an entertaining start, to say the least. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter.
Tonight, everyone gets free pizza.
Baseline drive, the shot won't fall. Middleton. That won't go. The follow won't go either. To Van Vliet. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Strong finish at the rim for Marc Gasol.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Blake Griffin swats it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Here's Curry with it up top. Up a dozen. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's good D. Shot no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Danny Green.
Curry. It's good.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Fred Van Vliet to Gasol. Blake Griffin. Huge block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Toronto has the basketball. Terrific vision. Nice work by Fred Van Vliet.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
Give it to him. Kemba Walker. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
New blood coming in for both sides. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Middleton. Giannis shoots with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
And he dunks it down for 2.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why he can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
Fred Van Vliet. And a chance coming up at the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
OG Anunoby at the line for 2 shots. He struggled so far. Off the mark on the first free throw. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. It's Steph at the controls. Beyond the arc for 3. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
And a whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
Lowry. Down low for Leonard. Giannis Antetokounmpo rejects it. and draws the foul.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
First one goes down. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Giannis with it up top. They lead it by 14. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop.
Look long, look long.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Has a chance. Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
Look, as a player, this stuff happens all the time. No need to make this into something bigger than what it really is. Move on to the next play, get locked in.
Lowry into the front court. Down a dozen to Gasol. Lays it up and in.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
For 3, Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Leonard to Gasol. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Driving right to the basket. Strong finish for Paul George.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. And too much contact.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
For the Toronto Raptors, number 3.
Lowry to Gasol. Joel Embiid sends it away. Ooh, 5 now.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
George shakes free and hits.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Lowry. The drive right to the basket. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throws good. A 3-point play, and the lead back down to 12.
Oh, yes, me and you.
George. Great defense, forcing the miss. Lowry with it. Looking to make something happen. Pascal Siakam, strong finish. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
George off the mark. And a putback slam.
Ed, It's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Lowry here against Steph. Cruises inside for 2.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Give it to him. Kemba Walker. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Now ready to shoot at the line.
Okay, hacking does still exist. Might be setting the tone for the second half here.
Kyle Lowry has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 80% at the line. First try, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first.
I like that.
George doesn't get the bounce. Rises for the slam.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
We have reached halftime in what has been a compelling matchup so far. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports Halftime Report. The East All-Stars have a comfortable lead at the halfway mark. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they could keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scores for the East. The Raptors were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. These are the guys getting buckets for the Toronto Raptors.
Game traffic. Blocks.
The East All-Stars came to play today, and the opposition knows it. All these blocks are more than just rejections. They're statements.
Player of the half.
Antetokounmpo put together a highlight reel of dunks in the first half. At this point, the defense is trying to avoid showing up in any posters.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
The East entered halftime with a solid lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they could keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the East All-Stars. The Raptors would rather be on the opposite end of the scoreboard. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. Have a look at the leading scores for the Toronto Raptors.
Game trap. Blocks.
The East All-Stars have been making the kind of defensive impact that can affect the team mentally. After a lot of those blocks, you'll start to see guys more hesitant and second-guessing shot opportunities.
Player of the half.
Antetokounmpo has been punishing the rim with a variety of dunks. This is a guy that wants the top play section all to himself.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
The East All-Stars will start the second half with a decent lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the East.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Toronto with the basketball. Leonard. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there is a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
On the follow, way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes
at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Whoops. That won't lead
your team to the promised land.
Number 7, Kyle Lowry.
George. Tough shot. Well defended.
In the first half, he pretty much made every single shot. It was magical to watch. But now that you have drawn so much attention, try to get your teammates more involved.
Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Walker. Smothering D. Kyle Lowry with the rock. It's Pascal Siakam with the 2.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
I got him.
Paul George fires. Paul George, couple of free throws on the way. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. And he makes them both. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. The margin standing now at 7. To Gasol. Stuffs it down with authority.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Curry into the front court. He'll run the offense. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Joel Embiid tips it. Incredible. 6 tonight. Kyle Lowry at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 80% at the line. And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws.
That's me. I got ball.
Short jumper won't go down.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. He sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Substitution being made in this one. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Curry with the ball. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Gets to the basket, but it's no good. To Middleton. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Joel Embiid with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Not that time. He misses. To Adetokunbo. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Pascal Siakam. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First free throw is good. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. To Westbrook.
I got ball.
Oh, Russell Westbrook. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
It's Russ at the controls. To Paul George. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Westbrook into the front court. It's an 11-point game. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot there for Westbrook. He always thinks it has a chance. Lowry to Van Vliet. Driving right to the... Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Westbrook buries it on the catch and shoot.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Getting dirty. Loose ball on the deck. Westbrook. The rebound comes down to Toronto. To Leonard. Shot from the lane won't go. To Westbrook. Middleton. Now a steal as the Raptors have it. To Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's how you defend.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
We get a whistle and a timeout as they'll get a minute to regroup and talk things over. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Curry. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Lowry into the front court. The deficit now up to a dozen. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
It's that time for new blood. Mike Budenholzer makes the move to his bench. And he can't convert the free throw. Lowry into the front court. His guys trail by 10. Off the assist.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Westbrook. He buries it.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested three goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Lowry picked up by Westbrook. Count it.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Westbrook. Good for three.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Westbrook into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. Joel Embiid sends it away. Make that 7. He'll let one fly from half court. Fourth quarter getting underway as it's Team LeBron with the ball first. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
Nikola Jokic able to recover with the block.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Westbrook. Raptors have the rebound. Lowry with it. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Leonard. To Ibaka. Fires the three. It's Middleton with the rebound. Westbrook with the basketball. Looking to make something happen from long range. Missed it. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Middleton. Textbook defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Antetokounmpo. Middleton. No good. That's great defense.
Notice that the defense isn't giving him as much space anymore. They're crowding him every time he catches the ball and really getting into his legs defensively.
Ibaka. To Lowry. Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit. Westbrook with it. Lead stands at 10. 4-3. Westbrook bothered just enough on that one. Short jumper stays out. Walker. Well defended. Serge Ibaka slams it down.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Now a whistle, and Toronto is going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter.
And this is where I get a chance to see if coaches can change it up. Maybe let one of your players lead the timeout so your team can hear a different voice to keep everybody engaged. Maybe like the Warriors did with Andre Iguodala.
The crossover gets inside, and the slam dunk.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
Danny Green takes aim at Steph Curry. Lets it fly from long range. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Serge Ibaka looking good. 4 for 5.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Can't fault the defense. D'Angelo Russell hits.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Kawhi Leonard in his own world. Nobody near him. He sinks it for 3.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Embiid. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Count the bucket for 2.
I don't really care that Fred VanVleet finished 3rd in the voting for Sixth Man of the Year. You know what I care about? That he was a draft snub. That 3 seasons ago, he was undrafted and nobody wanted him. After that, he spent time on the Raptors D-League team to being a guy that sits on their bench to all of a sudden being one of the best players on their squad. That's a story, that's a narrative we need to focus on.
George won't go down. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air. 8 now.
Oh, out there looking like the Kembe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Message received. Well defended. Toronto has the basketball. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Lowry, tough matchup against George. Gasol. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Russell. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. You know it, quality over quantity. 2 for 2. That gets the job done.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
George can't go down. Smothering defense. Raptors able to recover.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Russell to George. Fires the 3. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. That's out. Last touch by Chris Middleton. Time for some new personnel into the game. Ball's controlled by Lowry. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Had a chance, but it's no good. Giannis with it up top. He'll run the offense. To Paul George. That pass taken away by Toronto.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
To Gasol. Down low. Throws it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Giannis in control of the basketball. They lead it. 4-point game. D'Angelo Russell. Had made his first couple, but he misses there.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Now the stoppage and an intentional foul means free throws coming with a little over 30 seconds to go.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. Now the Raptors going to use a timeout. That's their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts left the rest of the game. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. To Danny Green. Cleans it up. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
First try at the line, no good. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Giannis Antetokounmpo with a piece. 9 blocks. Gets it to go, and the foul.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
The free throw, good. Converts on the three-point play, and the margin is down to 2. Here comes the intentional foul. They'll get it with 12 seconds left.
In the 80s, that might have been a personal, but regardless, it had the same impact. You just injected a little life into your squad, just when they needed it.
Goes 2 for 2. And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Knocks down the first. 2 for 2 on that trip. Now they get the intentional foul. And this one not over yet. 2 huge free throws coming up in a 2-point game.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning the timeout.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. And the basket good at the rim.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The East finished with a narrow victory on the scoreboard. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Check out the leading scores for the East All-Stars. The Raptors finished on the losing end of a close score. While they did put together quite a highlight reel of dunks in this matchup, they did not put together a win. As we all know, style points never show up on the scoreboard.
plane track. Second chance points.
This matchup was all about second chance points. Players from each of these teams were involved in the action, taking offensive rebounds and turning them into points for their respective scoreboards.
Player of the game.
Antetokounmpo was just amazing in this game. What other word could you use for someone that played the kind of defense that shut down an entire team? Yeah, exactly. Amazing. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
We got London on the track.
Need 2 bucks. With that cocoa, with that 2 bucks. What your juice wants? With that cocoa. I need 2 bucks. I'm in New York. Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new hook. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool up. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk. Then give us back yours again. Back to back in them Ferraris, we stay horse playing. Run up on us and I'm gon' hack. Harvard student doing my taxes, I got friends. I put rings on them hundreds, I married. You see my money and ice everywhere on them. And we each other cause we don't cherish them. But we don't leak out that info, we can't embarrass them. Can't leave the country, but I got my beef from London. These talk but see me out and ain't on nothing. I'm in the stew, I need to go get the. You got 20s, I got hundreds. Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new hook. We don't pay attention to no.
We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. It's Jay Williams.
Look at you, giving my hometown some love. Respect to the Queen City. It's going to be a big-time game tonight. Let's see who's ready to play on the floor.
You're a king in those parts. Opening tip controlled by the Wings as they get it first. We're underway. Lost it up. Spinning shot. Won't fall.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
To the rim. Oh, nice pass there, but she couldn't finish. You can't do that.
A simple touch foul.
Has a chance, knocks it down off the step back.
clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Trying to cash in. A fundamental shot right there. From in close. And LA secures the rebound. Layup try. Lays it up and in.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Layup chance. And the rebound taken by Los Angeles. Lofts it up. Count the bucket for two.
Ed, I'm telling you that every player in the league will make that shot. The defense has to be elevated.
Has a look. Knocks it down from mid-range.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Lofts it up. And the rebound comes to Johnson. And that one is out. Has a chance. Rebound taken by Harrison.
Let's go, defense.
To the rim. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
From in close. And the rebound comes to Johnson.
This one's coming off. I got it.
Layup try. Layup goes down. Well done.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Layup chance. And the rebound comes to LA. Oh, she got there.
I love when I see a defender stare down her opponent.
Substitution being made in this one. That one's stolen by Dallas. And they call it.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Waltz it up. It goes down.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Trying to cash in. 14-footer there misses. And the Wings are there to grab the rebound. Lofts it up. The pass set it all up.
I'm a little bit confused. Was that a well-designed offense or just poor defense? Maybe a little bit of both.
We get a whistle and a timeout as they'll get a minute to regroup and talk things over. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Got defense, no shot.
Williams gonna fire a 3. She can't get that to fall. It's no good. Oh, beautiful feed, but she couldn't finish. To the rim. Count the basket inside.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
And the Sparks wind up with it. Has a look. And the Wings claim the board. From in close. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Has a chance. Shot from 12 feet away. Won't go down.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Offensive rebound by Dallas. Layup try, and the rebound taken by Ogwumike.
2 minutes left in the first.
Couple of cracks at the line now.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
She is good on the first one. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Shot down low is blocked.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Layup chance. Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Lofts it up.
Bring the bell. Who's it?
The assist from number 15.
Here.
1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
Catch and shoot. Fires the three. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
And the Sparks clear the boards. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Off the pro hop. Strong footwork.
The assist from number 5.
To the rim. Off the assist.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
Now she'll take the catch and shoot three. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Down low. It's blocked. That's going to be out of bounds. Quarter three at the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. First quarter's complete. The Wings own the advantage. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
Now Beard shoots the three, and the Wings come up with it. From in close. A lot of contact. No whistle. Layup try. Nice finish at the rim.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Layup chance. And the basket good at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Knocked loose. Sparks come away with it.
When it's a tight game, those missed opportunities on the road make it tough.
The assist from number 0, Elena Beard.
Walks it up. And the finish at the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Number 15.
Lofts it up. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
From in close. Yes. And the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
And she missed that one free throw. To the rim. And count the basket inside.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Layup try. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Just a tic-tac foul.
No, you're killing me. Where you at, Rap?
Layup chance. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
And she's got the first. And gets both to drop at the line.
All day long. That's me.
Baseline drive. Lofts it up. Count the basket at the rim.
Not a Ferrari, definitely not a Lambo, but hey, get you from point A to point B.
Lofts it up. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Now it's Ruffin Pratt for 3. And the rebound comes to Johnson. Baseline drive from in close. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Okay, hacking does still exist. Might be setting the tone for the second half here.